The story begins in the early morning in a small town in West Texas. The streets are quiet, the shops are closed, and only a few people are awake. A dusty old car pulls up in front of a Texas Midlands bank branch. Two men step out, both wearing ski masks. They are brothers, Toby and Tanner Howard. Toby is the younger one, calm and focused, while Tanner is older, louder, and a little wild. They rush into the bank with pistols drawn. Inside, a frightened teller raises her hands. Toby tries to keep his voice steady as he tells her to open the drawers. They don't want coins or checks, only cash. They take only small bills because they know big bills can be tracked. Tanner shouts at the teller to move faster, frightening her even more. Within minutes, they run back outside, jump into the car, and drive off. Not long after, they stop at another branch of the same bank chain. This robbery does not go as smoothly. The manager resists a little, and one customer tries to be brave, but Tanner waves his gun at him and screams. Tension fills the room. Toby keeps urging his brother to calm down and hurry. Finally, they grab the money and escape. Their whole method is fast, rough, and dangerous, but it works. The brothers then drive their getaway car out into the country. They stop in a remote field, far from any houses or roads. Together, they dig into the dirt and hide the car, covering it with branches and sand. This way, no one can trace the car back to them. They climb into another vehicle and drive back to their late mother's ranch. The ranch is in poor condition. Their mother has just passed away, and the land is about to be taken by the bank. But Toby has recently discovered something important. Oil has been found under the land. This means the ranch will soon become very valuable. Toby's plan is simple, but risky. Rob enough money from the very bank that wants to take the land, then pay off the mortgage in full. Once the land is secure, he can sign it over to his sons. His children will inherit the oil rights and grow up with a better future than he ever had. Tanner, who has spent years in prison and has nothing much to lose, agrees to help Toby. He likes the thrill of robbery. Toby, on the other hand, is serious and careful. He doesn't want adventure. He just wants money to save the ranch. Despite their different personalities, the brothers share a deep bond and a goal that ties them together. Meanwhile, word of the robberies spreads quickly. At the Texas Rangers office, two men are assigned to the case. Marcus Hamilton is an older ranger nearing retirement. He has white hair, a worn face, and a sharp mind. His partner, Alberto Parker, is younger, quiet, and patient. He is of mixed Mexican and Comanche background. Marcus constantly jokes with him, sometimes in ways that sound rude, but Alberto tolerates it. Beneath the teasing, they respect each other and have worked together for years. Marcus begins studying the robberies. He notices the brothers are targeting only Texas Midlands bank branches in small, poor towns. The amounts stolen are never very large, but the pattern is clear. He guesses they will keep hitting more banks until something stops them. He and Alberto drive from one small town to another, asking questions, looking at crime scenes, and waiting. Back with the Howard brothers, they continue their plan. They rob more banks, always sticking to small bills, always moving fast. After each robbery, they head to an Indian casino. There they exchange the stolen cash for casino chips. They gamble just enough to look normal, then cash out in clean bills. In this way, the stolen money is laundered. Tanner enjoys the trips to the casino, drinking and joking, but Toby stays focused. Every dollar is meant for the mortgage. At one robbery, things nearly turn deadly. A customer pulls a gun and shoots at them. Tanner reacts instantly, firing back and killing the man. Toby is shocked and shaken, realizing that now blood is on their hands. As they speed away, some armed townsfolk chase them in pickup trucks, shooting rifles from the back. Tanner laughs wildly as he fires back, while Toby grips the wheel with fear. Eventually, they lose their pursuers, but the danger is rising with each robbery. Marcus and Alberto soon hear of this violent robbery. Marcus studies the map carefully and thinks about the brothers' next move. He figures that after hitting the small branches, The only big target left is a larger Texas Midlands bank branch in a busier town. He and Alberto set up a stakeout, waiting in the heat, sipping coffee and watching the street. Marcus teases Alberto about his heritage, but Alberto responds with wisdom, reminding Marcus that the land they stand on has passed through many hands, from Native Americans to settlers, and now to banks and oil companies. Meanwhile, Toby and Tanner prepare for their final heist. Toby is reluctant, sensing disaster. Tanner pushes him forward, saying this one last job will give them enough money to finish everything. They drive into town and storm the big branch. Inside, the bank is crowded with people. The brothers shout and demand money. Panic spreads through the room. Some customers, carrying guns, fire back at them. Gunfire explodes across the bank. Windows shatter, people scream, and bullets fly. Toby and Tanner exchange shots with armed civilians. Several people are killed in the chaos. The brothers barely manage to grab some money and run outside. They jump into their car and speed off, but now the whole town is alert. Trucks full of armed men chase them across the plains, firing at their car. Toby drives desperately while Tanner leans out with his rifle, returning fire. Finally, they escape the armed civilians, but they know the police and rangers are close behind. Toby insists that they should stop, but Tanner makes a hard decision. He tells Toby to take the money and finish the plan. Tanner will create a diversion. Toby does not want to leave him, but Tanner insists. He knows he has lived a wild, wasted life, and this is his chance to do something meaningful for his brother and nephews. Tanner drives off in a different car, leading the police away. He speeds into the hills, climbing into a rocky ridge where he can hide with a sniper rifle. When the police and rangers arrive, Tanner opens fire. He kills one officer and holds off the rest with well-aimed shots. From his position, he can see everything. Marcus and Alberto arrive on the scene. Alberto sets up his rifle, trying to get a shot at Tanner. But Tanner is quicker. With one bullet, he strikes Alberto in the head, killing him instantly. Marcus is stunned and heartbroken. His longtime partner is gone. But he stays calm, keeping his eyes on the ridge. Tanner keeps shooting, laughing, and taunting the officers. He knows he will not leave alive. Marcus carefully studies Tanner's position. Finally, he finds an angle. With a long, steady shot, Marcus fires and hits Tanner in the head. Tanner dies instantly, ending the standoff. His sacrifice has bought Toby enough time to escape. While this battle is happening, Toby drives to the casino one last time. He exchanges the stolen money for chips, plays briefly, then cashes out. With the clean money, he drives straight to the Texas Midlands Bank and pays off the mortgage on the ranch. The bank employees are surprised but happy to take the money. They don't ask where it came from. Toby then signs the ranch over to his sons' names. Soon, oil pumps are set up on the land, pumping black gold into the air. Toby has succeeded. His children will grow up wealthy and secure. Marcus retires from the Rangers after Alberto's death, but he cannot rest. He knows deep down that Toby was involved in the robberies, even though there is no proof. The money was paid legally and Tanner is dead, so the case is considered closed. Still, Marcus's instincts tell him the truth. One day, Marcus drives out to the Howard Ranch. He finds Toby there, working quietly. The two men talk. Their words are calm, but the tension between them is strong. Marcus hints that he knows Toby was behind the robberies. Toby does not admit it, but he does not deny it either. He explains that everything he did was for his sons. He wanted to break the cycle of poverty and leave them something better. Marcus tells Toby that the world is not finished with men like him. Toby replies that maybe someday Marcus can come back and they can finish their conversation. The two men stand together, watching the oil rigs rise and fall in the distance, symbols of the wealth that came at such a high cost. The story ends with this uneasy truce, leaving the future uncertain but full of quiet understanding.